Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Zafra991, but you can call me Jack. And today we got the start of our new league. This is the Muliclass League. You can see all the participants in this race here, all the different classes. We're in the group 4s, so we're only going to focus on our lot. However, we will obviously be paying attention to the other races throughout the video, and of course the results at the end. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Anyway, so we're off. So we're going to try and figure out a way past Sneak here. However, you can see Sneak's in the group 3, I'm in the group 4s, and you can see, look at the difference on power there. On our left here is Legend, who you may remember in the 3-man league races. And of course we've got a couple of familiar faces here, also in the Euro 75, and who we may have raced before, and some that we have not raced before. So this is fantastic. It is a very, very good race, action-packed to its max. So anyway, we're going to try and figure out a way past with Legend here. However, Shifter does make it past us very nicely here, so we're going to, fair enough. Sneak and I'm not sure who else that was, but they actually fell behind us there, so that's not ideal because we're in a slower car, so ideally they want to be ahead of us. If you're new, guys, just remember to subscribe if you like what you see. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike, comment your thoughts and share the video if you know anyone that might be interested. So we're going to overcook this exit here and actually go a little bit of off-roading here. Not going to be the only time we do that in this video. Just a little, little pre-warning there. So anyway, we're coming to the end of our first lap here, and yeah, I kind of missed my braking point here, so we're actually going to take off-roading to a second level here, just to make it a little bit harder for ourselves. So yeah, where we were in a pretty good position, we're now actually right of, well, now we're at the back of the grid. Accidentally have a little bit of contact there with Sneak, and going to try and figure out where Sneak is on this little name tag thing here. So come on, I can do it. That's it, you're nearly there, you got this. Yeah, I got there in the end. Sorry guys, cheer myself on. I like to be a bit of a cheerleader, you know, even if it's to myself. So anyway, we're skipping to lap 3 here, and we've actually caught up with Danny here. And Danny makes some mistakes, so we're actually going to work our way around and actually make quite a nice move on the outside for the most part. Doors still open, so I'm giving the space, making sure we're keeping it contactless as possible because I don't want to be a dirty driver. I like to keep things fair as much as possible. And unfortunately, Danny does get a penalty here. I don't know what happened there. I reckon it's maybe just the off-roading back there. It's possible. It's very possible. So anyway, so we've got our strategy here. We're going to be doing a couple of stops here. We're going to start on the mediums. Sorry, we're on the softs at the moment. My mistake. At the end of lap 4, we're going to come in. And we're going to switch over to the mediums. And then we're going to go so softs, mediums, softs basically. And you can see our leaders here, Gecko and Dynamic Styles with Gorilla Gaz, actually making their pit stops. Gecko and Dynamic Styles both in the group 2s. Gorilla Gaz is in the group 3s alongside Heatseeker and Sneak. And then of course ourselves, Legend, Dan's, Shifter and Danny all in the group 4s. So right now we're going to go into our pits. We're going to actually make our first pit stop here. So again, going on to mediums, and I definitely need to make a fuel stop. So we're going to actually fill the tank up most of the way. We make we just about underfill it because I'm trying to get the edge, try and get some time out of the car. I don't know if that was the wisest thing to do. However, I do make a penalty, as you see there, which is actually going to slow me right down. So I may have been better off just filling the car up all the way. Anyway, we're going to get past here. So, Danny makes a lovely move on us, and we see Gecko Racer go by, which I believe is the first time. And followed by Dynamic Styles. So, you can see here, their battle for first place is still going on 5 laps. And trust me guys, it's not going anywhere yet, so we'll obviously keep in there. We will stay focused on what happens to those 2 later on anyway. So anyway, Dan's is in the pit. So we're going to actually move up into P15. Or briefly anyway, and yeah, there you go, trading positions, and boom, we're back in it. So we're not right at the back anymore. That mistake did cost us a lot of time and a lot of momentum. So we're right behind Mr. Bombastic now, and we're really just going to try and figure out a way around everyone, or at least try our best, because our fight really lays within the Group 4s. Obviously, if we can pick up any Group 3 positions, that's great. But our fight mainly lays in the Group 4s. So anyway, Danny's up ahead of us here in a really nice looking livery. Just got to put it out there. And I've got to say, I think me and Danny had such a good race between ourselves. We kept it very clean. And I think we're just trying to figure out our way around now. So I think we've got the pace here. So I'm just trying to figure out our way around. I'm trying to decide if it's worth working together or working against each other. To my knowledge, I believe Legend and Shifter are working together. So I actually kind of think I might need to find a partner. So we decided to group up with Danny here for a moment. And then I decide not to. I'm not sure if this was a crucial error or not. However, we're going to just try and figure out a way around at this point. So I know I've got the pace after my qualifying times. I know I can definitely keep it relatively fast on Monza here. And of course, this is the non-chicane version, as you probably can tell by this point, which is actually really nice. It is a bit of a relief, a little bit of slack. We decided to both go Tokyo Drift style here, me and Danny. So yeah, of course, if we're in the Japanese cars as well, so I think it's only right. So obviously, rate that out of 10, guys. How good was that drift? Our double drift or dual drift? Well, there you go. We've got Mark Boys saying it now. So we're going to go side by side here with Danny, getting the brakes nice and early, because we don't want to lose time battling. Ideally, we want to try and work together, which is briefly what we've been doing. But I think at this point, I've decided I want to try and make my way past. So trying to keep things as safe as possible. We got Dan's right behind us at 1.5 seconds away, so not a threat, at least not at the moment anyway. And as you see on the delta there, we're very, very close to Danny. So Danny decides not to defend, which is very nice. I think that's probably safest that way. So we're going to make a nice move here. Very clean move. And I'm not sure what happens here, but on the mini-map there, and looking back, Danny goes off track. So I'm not sure what happened there, but I didn't feel any contact, didn't even see any contact, so that's a shame. I was hoping maybe we could try and kind of work together. Of course, I know I had the pace, so I didn't want to be too far behind, but I was hoping we could maybe bump draft each other. Unfortunately, that was not the case, and we found ourselves a little bit alone here. So on lap 9, we got Dan's right behind us here, right up our tail. So, and we get this penalty as well, which slows us right down. So we're going to just pretty much try and remove this as much as possible, and we're going to lose a lot of time to Dan's here ahead. So I decided to serve this penalty. I'm going to jump to lap 10, where we've actually got a beautiful overtake here. So nice overtake from Gecko Racer here. And Gecko is extremely fast racer. Same with Dynamic Stars. They're both, everyone's really fast racer. Dan's, I'm not sure what happens there. Just decides to bail out. So I'm not sure if maybe that was a mistake or technical problems. Not too sure. Now we're going to be very cautious here. After our 2 penalties, we're going to be very careful. Accidentally get in the way of McFlurry. So I do apologise about that, mate. Skipping forward here to lap 16. Look at the gap. So we're at 5.5 seconds away from Shifter. So we're going to bear that in mind. We get a beautiful overtake here. These two are still battling 16 laps in. We're going to still keep tabs on them. And there you go. Look at that. In the distance, we're ominously staring at the back of Shifter here. And that gap, it was 5.5. It's now 5.2. 5.3. So it's lingering around there at that point. So we're going to try and work our way around. But we do have a massive benefit here of working with Gorilla Gaz. Gorilla Gaz is in the Group 3s, and he's a very, very good racer. If you haven't seen his racecraft yet, of course check out my 3-man league racing. You can see his skills, probably being shown off. I really like Gorilla Gaz's race style and racecraft. So actually going to get a mix of all the different categories here. Very nice looking bit of scenery there. So pretty much we just tried to get as much slipstream as we could from Gorilla Gaz, which is very generous. We do respect. I think we do respect each other's racecrafts. At least I respect Gorilla Gaz massively. We're familiar with each other's racecraft as well, so we're just going to let him go. Of course, he's in a fast car anyway, but if he wasn't, still generally pretty fast. So anyway, so Dynamic Styles goes past once again, and you know who's going to follow. We got Gecko Racers coming up right as well. So we're going to try and tug into slipstream here. unfortunately not going to do too much for us, although it is really helpful. With the speed they're going at, that slipstream's just not going to be as powerful. Shifter is actually getting a lot closer. We've actually closed in a bit here, so what's that? Can't quite make it out there. About 3.9 seconds, I think that is. I've got a little bit of an old MacBook here, so just trying to make do. But yeah, hopefully we'll get an upgrade. We're closing in 2.3 seconds away now, and look at this. So Danny makes a mistake. We're actually going to be right on the tail here. I'm not sure if we've got a penalty here. I think that was really close. Are we going to get a penalty? Yeah, we're going to get a penalty. Yep, I can see that coming. So Danny gives us a lot of space here. Again, very respectful. I do really appreciate that. Although we got a penalty to get rid of, so again, we're going to get rid of that. But yeah, we're just and we also got blue flags, so we're going to let him go. But again, we're just going to cut to. Anyway, so Shifter's got a little bit of time on us again, but we got Gorilla Gaz once again in a really nice looking livery. And yeah, we're just going to try and keep it safe as much as possible here. So you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but personally driving this, I felt like I was going light speed here. This was insane speed for a Group 4. Nissan. This is just amazing amount of speed. So Gorilla Gaz, you know, been very generous here, letting me have some slipstream. Naturally, you can get on the brakes a lot later than me. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be the end of that little run there. Massively helpful, though unfortunately where we're positioning him, focus just about shaves a bit of time off of us here, which is not a problem. He's in a faster car, we've got to let him go, blue flags and all. Go 3 wide here, we're still battling, 40 laps in, this is crazy. Look how long we're in, 1 hour and 11 minutes in. This is insane. Of course, naturally, I'll cut this down for you guys, because there's a lot of dead space between each cut. You might be interested, but I don't know, I mean, you know, it just take a while to get it all out as well, so I thought I'd just keep the good bits in. I'm not sure what happens there. I think Shifter gets caught right in the middle of these guys. So slowing them right down. Also, I think we're on a faster compound here. We're on softs and Shifter's on mediums, to my knowledge. If not, they might be more worn than mine. So that actually gives us a massive benefit of being right on his tail now. 1.3 seconds away. We're going to come out of the pits. And I think that's actually going to be my final time pitting. So we're right behind McFlurry, right behind Gecko Racer. And we're going to make sure we let Dynamic Styles go as well. So there we go. Okay, all safe. Not the most ideal places to be overtaken there, but it is how it is. Shifter goes into the pits, and then obviously we skip forward here. So penalty. So this is, in my opinion, the right thing to do, I think. But let me know your thoughts. But I decided not to make the move here because I was very afraid when Shifter was going to not stop ghosting. As you can see there, I could have maybe made the move stick, but it would have been very, very risky. So let me know. Anyway, we're going to hop on board Shifter here, who also has a very nice livery. I think everyone's got a very nice liveries here. And look at this. This is us Group 4s going at it. Of course, Dan's and Legend on here, but you know, us 3 are. So of course, we're going to be in this nice little scene, and you're going to see a lot of action start kicking off. So here we go. Now we're getting to the good bit. So we're going to try and figure out a way past Danny here, because we're actually a lap ahead of Danny. And at this point we are a little bit faster, so we just want to try and work our way around without slowing them down. And luckily Danny lets us go, which is very generous. So we're going to actually get Shifter work with us here. So we're actually in P2 in terms of our group, which is great. So we are still on podium, but we're fighting for... Basically, we're fighting for P2 at the moment, but there's still plenty of time left for the race, 7 minutes. So, as you see, it's us 3 here, but we've actually got somebody coming up. Somebody's trying to work their way around us, so we don't want to slow them down. So, I'm going to make a conscious choice to actually go on the outside here and slow down a little bit, brake a little bit earlier than normal, let Baz through. Baz, our teammate from previously. Shifter goes right there. I think Shifter may have forgotten to brake, or maybe it was a slipstream. It was very intense, to be fair. So, whatever the case... That was intense, but that was alright. Shifter's a very fast racer, as you'll see in the Euros races, if you haven't seen them already. And same with Danny as well. Danny's very fast as well. So we're actually up against some really fast opponents here. Luckily, I think I've got the pace on this track. So you see there, we almost get assassinated by P6 there, who didn't actually make out the name, but that was very, very close. Legend just comes out the pits on softs. So... we're running slightly different strategies here, and we're actually now in P1 in our league, in terms of our group league. However, we're going to cut to lap 49, and here we go. Now it gets very, very interesting. So we'll just let P1 and 2 go for probably the billionth time at this point. Definitely no exaggeration there. And we're actually going to cut to sneak here. So here we are. So if you look behind, look, a bit of a line forming, a bit of a group, and you see their legend just ahead in the Star Wars livery, which is pretty cool. So we're hopping on board sneak right here. And you can see here, look at this train. You can see me right at the front. There's a train of different classes. I know me and Legend doing it. I think Shifter might be in there as well. And there's pretty much a group of different cars. I think we're alongside the group 3s here, to my knowledge. There's probably a group 2s in there as well. So we lose a lot. Obviously, naturally, we let them go because they're having their own fight. And that actually invites Legend to battle with us here. So now we're getting to the really good bit. So look how long's left of the timer. I'm very conscious in case it ends and this is our permanent position. So I'm going to try and work our way around. I'm pretty much going to go full throttle here. No pun intended. So Shifter is 2.4 seconds away. So we don't have to worry about anyone behind us, at least not for now. So it's just between me and Legend, which I think our racecraft is very similar to each other. At least I'd like to think so anyway. That or I just got very lucky in this track, in this combination here. So here we are, we're on the outside. Maybe not the most ideal position, but you're going to see how clean we keep this here. No contact, and the door actually is closed. So we're actually going to make the move here. So here we go, P11. Or technically P1 in terms of Group 4. So I do overcook this slightly, although we do keep it on track, but Legend gets slightly better exit. I think that's probably because of fresher tyres. And also Legend's skill is very, very nice. Very good. So here we go. Just trying to figure out our way around. Although Legend actually does go very defensive here, which is fair enough. We're on, I think my screen is going to show in a second here, but we are on the final lap. There it is. So here we go. It's just us two. We do have blue flags, but at this point, I don't think anyone else is massively battling here. I could be wrong. So we're actually going to decide to battle this through this corner here. And you can see there, Dynamic Stars and Gecko Racer both finish. So that's Group 1's done. So you can see PT1, 2 and 3. That's their positions. I'm very impressed. They battled 50 laps, neck and neck. That's amazing. Just like me and Legend, I suppose, but at different strategies. But look at this. So Legend hangs it on the inside here. And I maybe could have been a little bit more aggressive here, but I decided to go against it. I did not want to cause any accidents, any catastrophes. I just wanted to keep it completely safe. And look at this. This could be a very close finish here, but unfortunately Legend gets it on the inside. It does make it stick. So if we look at the replays here, you can see how close this is. Again, keeping it completely clean here. Just the way we like to be. And there you have it. And you got the scoreboard there. So, Gorilla Gaz, congratulations on winning Group 3. Legend, congratulations on winning Group 4. And Dynamic Styles, congratulations on winning Group 2. That's all amazing. Everyone done amazing. I'm so pleased.